Am I dreaming or stupid? I think I've been hit by people.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Wisteria. Today I'm going to be doing something a little more interactive than what has been done on the channel, and that is a tag video. I don't think we've ever done a tag video on this channel, so this will be the first. And this is going to be called the Infini-TEA Tag, and basically it's going to be 8 questions about tea. So if you're a tea drinker, tea lover, tea maker, any of the above, please make your own video of this answering the questions and post it in a video response to this one, okay? Now, the reason I'm calling it Infinity is because there's going to be a set of 8 questions, and 8 is the infinity number, okay? And if you're a tea lover, you're gonna love tea for infinity. So that's the basis behind the name. Okay, so basically there are obviously many different types of teas. There's herbal tea, and then you have the caffeinated tea, and tea comes in different forms. The most well-known are tea in a bag, so your tea bags, and then you also have, tea bags that you can buy from the store or perhaps even make yourself if you have the right materials. And then you also have your loose leaf teas, right? That you can keep in glass jars or in tins. Okay? So let's get started. Number 1, do you prefer loose leaf tea or tea in a bag? Of course, it's going to be hard for me to answer my own questions. I like both. I would say for pure convenience, tea in a bag is easiest, and I do probably use tea bags more than I use the loose leaf tea. However, I really enjoy using loose leaf tea because I have a it's called a thumbs up brewer, and you put the tea inside and then you pour the water in, and the loose leaf tea kind of just revolves around in there and really infuses really well into the water. So for flavor purposes, I would say loose leaf. For convenience, tea bags. Number 2, do you usually drink tea by the pot or by the cup? As much as I would love to drink it by the pot, I do not have a beautiful teapot with tea cups or anything like that, which I hope to have in the future if my husband's watching, hint hint. But I usually drink it by the cup because that's what I have, so that's what I use. And I'm also a full-time worker, so I will have my tea at work in a cup. Number 3, what is your earliest memory of drinking tea? I would have to say when I was a little girl, my grandmother, who raised me, would have tea parties with me. And she would get out her really pretty teapot and little teacups with saucers and, you know, brew a pot of tea. And I don't know why, but it was just so comforting, and I always really looked forward to it. It's one of those joyful childhood memories for me, which are kind of hard to come by. But anyway, off topic. Okay, number 4. What do you think is the best store-bought brand? And when I say store, I mean grocery store specifically. Usually you'll see, in America at least, we have, United States of America, we have different brands in the store. You'll see Tezo, you'll see Bigelow, you'll see Celestial Seasonings, some other different brands as well. Nestea, maybe I just made that up, I don't know. I would have to say that the Celestial Seasonings is my favorite brand from the grocery store. The reason for that is that it's generally 100% natural tea. There's no added flavorings. They also use 100% recycled paperboard for their boxes, and they also don't use strings or tags on their bags, which is also obviously better for the environment. So I always really like that about Celestial Seasonings. And the flavors of the tea are just phenomenal, really, for a cheap store-bought type brand. Okay, number 5. What is your favorite tea ever? Obviously, you can tell I didn't prepare for this one because now I'm trying to think what my favorite tea is. I would say the tea that I drink the most would be green tea. Lately, I've really been digging my jasmine green tea, but my favorite tea ever, I would say, would have to be just different mint teas. They're refreshing, they're also relaxing, but they're also revitalizing, and they're sweet, obviously, and I like the taste of it. Okay, moving on. How often do you drink tea? This is question number 6. I drink tea pretty often. I usually have a cup of coffee in the morning, which I know is not great for you. But then I will have, following that, I usually have a cup of herbal tea of some kind. And then in the afternoon, I usually have some cup of hot tea at 3:30. And I actually refer to it as tea-30. My coworker laughs at me, but that's what I call it. So probably 2 to 3 times a day, depending on what's going on. Number 7, do you use tea in ritual or for any type of spiritual or healing purposes? I tend to drink tea mainly for pleasure. However, I have done infusions in order to heal myself with herbs that I will drink throughout the day as like an iced tea type thing. And I've also used tea to sort of calm my mind and get into the right frame of mind, into a relaxing state in order to meditate. Another thing that I've used tea for is to calm myself when my head's been sort of too far up in the clouds, you know, like your butt's all up on your shoulders kind of thing. I've used tea to kind of ground me when I needed to be grounded. Okay, so, and then the last one in the Infini-TEA Tag is number 8. What is your favorite tea shop? Now everyone knows there's the various, you know, chain stores like in the mall, Tiavana. I'm sure there's a bunch of other different tea shops that you can go to. I would have to say my favorite tea shop is this place in the mall, but I don't think it's a chain. I think it's more of a individual owner type shop, and it's called Chinese Tea Culture, and it's in our mall here in Clearwater, Florida. You walk in that place, and first of all, they make what's called a boba tea. If anybody knows what that is, it's like an iced tea smoothie drink with these little, not tofu balls, tapioca balls on the bottom. If you haven't had it, then you'll have no idea what I'm talking about, but they're delicious. So when you walk in there, they're making that. Plus they usually have like a couple pots of hot tea brewing. So you can drink the tea right there in the store. But they also sell different loose leaf teas and beautiful, gorgeous teapots imported from China. And this is one of the loose leaf teas that I have from there. It's the red rosebud. And I've had this since Christmas, so I need to be drinking it up soon, but yeah, their array of loose leaf teas is just phenomenal, and they're a little pricey, but I feel that it's worth it, and they always give you the instructions on how long to steep it for, how many cups per each ounce basically will you get. And I just like the environment of the store as well. So that is the Infini-TEA Tag, and I hope that you all will get involved and post your own tea tag. And I will post the questions below, and please be sure to put your video as a video response so that all of the people here at Wisteria can watch it. Okay, many blessings to everybody.